Welcome back to the Vintage Telephones channel. Today I'm going to show you the final video, the final product of this 1957 PMG 400 series telephone. So from what I gathered in one comment from the first checkout video of this telephone, it must have been a 410, which was a telephone used on shared lines. So it would have been like a party line telephone, and then it was switched to a regular telephone for a regular standard line, as indicated by the removal of the call exchange label that was held on by these two bolts here. So these are removable. You screw them off. And this button also is part of that as well. So it's a earthing button. And so it looks like it, and they blotted out the 410 as well on the bottom plate. So this is probably a 400 now. And they also updated the dial here with the black background and the black finger wheel. This finger wheel is painted. It's clear plastic and it's painted on the back, just like the numbers on the bezel under the finger wheel. The 400 series telephone was produced to replace a 300 series telephone. It looks a lot like a 300 series, but it has an updated handset. These telephones came both in black and ivory, and I think the ivory was Diacon. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the ivory was Diacon because it's obviously not Bakelite. It's different material. Restoration went well. Cords are in very good shape. I'll show you around. So what I decided to do is I happened to have, or I got a couple of cloth cords, and I used this one. I got rid of the vinyl cord with the plug because the plug broke as I was taking it apart. So I said, why not have a nice cloth cord? Now the material is obviously not the same because they were obviously made in different decades, but it looks a lot nicer than a vinyl cord with the plug. So it's nice to have something a little bit matching. I also added a port here with the RJ11 plug in there. So I apologize, I'm getting over a cold, so you'll hear me sniffling around. Anyway, the number card is actually original. They flipped it over, and you see a number 337. They flipped it over, and they crossed it out and everything, so I just flip it back over. So this was just a blank number card with area code on it. That's what most of their number cards look like on the Australian telephones. This is a BPO issue, British Post Office, and it's made by GEC. And you also have the Australian Post Office ones as well. So this one is going to be, all the workings on the inside are mounted on the shell, the chassis. So when you take the plate off, the plate is just a plate, and you flip it over and you see all the workings mounted inside with the 3 screws. I give the dial a light oiling. Nice and smooth. Then we got the handset. It looks a lot like a 700 series handset, except this is Bakelite. And you can see it says C56, so this handset was made in 1956. Now, the 400 series telephone was introduced in 1957, so they have been producing, I guess, the handsets prior to start assembling them and sending them out. Bakelite is an immaculate shape. It was dirty, but I still polished it. And I apologize for the fingerprints. Did my best to prevent that, but you know, I can't really do that without showing you. The plungers were actually stuck too. I had to clean them and oil them so that they would move freely. And also the button moves freely as well. Here's the bottom. So you can see the PMG, and the 410 is blotted out with black ink, I guess. And the C57 indicates the year of the telephone's 1957. So the feet are in good shape. I didn't have to replace them. And this plate comes off with removal of the 4 screws on each corner. So this is a sticker that would have said GEC made in England. That's a telephone. Now these also, like the 300 series, have the removable drawer, but this is just a blanking plate because this one does not have a drawer on it. Okay, so now that you've seen the telephone, it works great as well. It's a nice ring. I did have to rewire it a bit for it to work as normal for a 300 series telephone. So now what I'll do is I will get the machine out and I will demonstrate for you. We will be right back. Okay, so now I got the machine out. I will pick up the handset and give you all dial tone. It's a little crackly. So as I speak into the handset, you can see the change in the light. And that tells you that the transmitter is working. Just for funsies here, I'll give you a couple pulses with the switch. Okay. I'll dial some numbers. All right. Just to forewarn you, I don't know how loud this will show up on the video, but this ringer's loud, and I have this on a glass table, so that'll make it probably 10 times as loud. Here's the ringer. Might need to adjust that bell again because I think the clapper is resting on it, but that's okay. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I do have a first checkout video to show you all next. It's finally got a GPO 332 telephone, which is why I'm on the subject of the 300 series telephones at the moment. So I'll have a first checkout video of that coming up next. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you all had a great Easter Sunday. I hope you all have a blessed Easter season. Thank you very much, and have a great day.